Hey team, happy Tuesday. It is total body today. So I only have 4 movements to go over with you, but I did want to talk about pull-up options. So if you're in a home gym and you have a band and you have a pull-up bar, I would highly recommend practicing pull-ups. It takes time, it takes consistency to get better at them, and if you don't try, then you're not going to get better. You can order also the pull-up bar that you can hang from a door frame if you don't have the setup that I have. But I'm going to show you my regular band pull-up, and then I'll give you more options from there as far as how to work on these. So I have this purple band from Inti. So Inti on Amazon has all kinds of band sizes, so the resistances are different. Starting off as you're working on pull-ups, you could even utilize 2 bands, 2 thick bands as you progress in your pull-ups, because they're hard to do even with a band. So with where I'm at, I use this purple band. It's not the heaviest resistance, but it's right underneath that. So it still gives me support, but they are challenging. So when I'm working on pull-ups, I'm working on getting my chest to the bar or as high as you can. If for now you can just get chin over bar, that's awesome. But the stronger that you get, you'll be able to pull yourself all the way chest to bar, but that takes time. So just work on getting as high up as you can, even if it's chin just barely over the bar. So, and you're going all the way down with the support in that band, or maybe it's your 2 bands, and then you're pulling all the way up. I'm getting my chest to the bar. Now, a couple options for people who have a band at home with your pull-up bar. If you're not quite there in terms of pulling yourself all the way up, you can work on pull-up holds. So this is where you have something underneath you, and what I'm doing is just jumping to the top of the bar and I'm holding myself at the top. So I have my band here for support. I'm jumping to the top of the bar, and I'm just holding. So I'm pulling my elbows down and holding for 3 to 4 seconds at the top, or really as long as you can hold it. That is going to help build your strength in pull-ups. So if you're not doing a regular band pull-up, the jumping hold would be the next option. A third option would be to start at the top of the rep and slowly control the negative. So this is called a pull-up slow negative. So start at the top and then control the negative. So notice how slow I went down in that negative. That would be the next option. So pull-up holds or pull-up slow negatives, where you have the support underneath you to jump to the top of the bar first, and then either hold it or control the negative. Those are other options for you until you can get the full pull-up range of motion with 1 to 2 bands. So that's your home option. If you're at a gym, you could utilize the supported pull-up machine. That's an awesome tool, or you could use a cable lat pull down. But I would highly recommend just having your own bands. Find the bar at the gym to work on your pull-ups. You just gotta practice it to get better at it. So those are your pull-up options. The other option too is, if you're not quite there yet on any of this stuff, is having just a band supported somewhere, and you can do band holds. So I like to do a kneeling position, and I'm pulling that band all the way to my chest, and I'm engaging my lats at the bottom. So a band pull up would be another, or a band pull, lat pull would be another great option for you as well. Or you could always use your dumbbells and do your rows, whether that's a wide row or a narrow row. So, but I highly encourage you to just work on pull-ups. Over time, you will get better, and it'll be so worth it. Okay, so move number 2 is just our regular push-up, body weight push-up. I don't think I need to demo those for you guys, but remember, your option on a push-up is an incline push-up, where you could come up to a bench or a box and work on push-up depth from there. And that's what you want, is working on your depth of your push-up. So if I'm here in a push-up, I'm working on getting my chest to the bench before I take it lower. And that's eventually how I get my chest to the floor when I do a regular push-up. And your elbows are here in a push-up, right? Remember that. Your elbows aren't here, your hands aren't turned sideways. It's that 45-degree angle in a push-up. and that's what's gonna get you stronger. And then your last 2 moves that you have today, one is gonna be a single-sided lateral lunge. So I'm gonna take that step to the side, my hip goes back, the weight is in the opposite hand, and I'm working on depth through the glute. I feel the depth, I push through the glute back to center. So that's your dumbbell lateral. And then the last one is a get up, a full Turkish get up. So these I recommend going lighter to start off because they're tough. So when I'm down on the ground, I'm starting off with that dumbbell right above the shoulder, and then the side that the weight is on is the knee that's bent. Other leg is straight. My heel is dug into the ground. So I'm gonna lift myself up to my elbow, up to my palm. And notice my dumbbell is still right above my shoulder at this point. Then from here, I lift my hip up. I get that knee underneath my body, dumbbell still above the shoulder. Then I lift up, stand to the ceiling. And to come down, it's the opposite. So I go back down to the knee, over, lift my foot through, back to my butt, to my elbow, to the floor. So one more time, guys. Elbow, palm, hip, knee comes over, lift, stand, okay? And then right back down, knee, hand to ground, leg pulls through, butt down, elbow down, back down. So one going to the top, one going down is 1 rep. So those are all the moves today, team. Enjoy.